operators like Maersk will have to reroute via South Africa, costing time and fuel. A year ago, with crude prices in free fall, many were doing that anyway. But with the oil price back up again, it's a harder choice. Egypt sets its Suez fees against the cost of taking the long route round Africa. Based on the $6 billion that Cairo raked in 2019, it's about $320,000 per ship. For companies, it's worth it to shave 7 days off the Asia-Europe trip. But with bunker oil prices plunging to $250 a tonne a year ago, many operators opted to give Suez a wide berth. Now, with bunker back up above $500 a tonne, it's a tough choice. The extra week round Cape Town will cost them $350,000 in fuel alone, assuming consumption of about 100 tonnes per day. 2020's rock-bottom fuel prices meant bumper profits for companies like Maersk, whose shares rose nearly 50% over the course of the year. They've now lost 8% since Ever Given ran aground. Maersk bosses must be cursing that the snafu didn't happen a year ago.
So the new Suez crisis adds to pandemic supply worries for European U.S. retailers. This is daily news from Reuters. A stranded container ship blocking the Suez Canal threatens to make it even more difficult for European and U.S. retailers to keep products in stock during the coronavirus pandemic. So the Suez Canal saga that began on Tuesday and could go on for weeks is just the latest crisis to strike the global supply chain that was upended when coronavirus shut down, spurred house-bound consumers to upgrade appliances, sofas, televisions, and backyards. Companies like IKEA, the world's largest furniture seller, and London-based electronics seller Dixons Carphone are among the retailers with goods on the stranded vessel, both companies told Reuters. Amsterdam-based household goods seller Blocker confirmed they have goods that are being delayed but will not say what. The salvage company overseeing the rescue effort has warned it could take weeks to dislodge the massive Ever Given, which got wedged in the canal during a sandstorm. The resulting surge in imports due to the pandemic to Europe and the U.S. stranded empty containers in the wrong places, drove up cargo rates, caused seaport bottlenecks that are rippling throughout the transportation sector and threatening to get worse. Ships, containers, and goods are all in the wrong places, said Douglas Kent, an executive vice at the Association for Supply Chain Management. Lloyd's List estimates that roughly $9.6 billion in counterized goods, including exercise equipment, appliances, apparel to consumer electronics, pass through the Suez Canal each day. Thousands of empty containers are also returned to Asian factories, versus canal experts say. IKEA has about 110 containers on the ship wedge in the canal and is investigating how many boxes or products are on other vessels waiting to enter the channel. Depending on how this works, proceeds, and how long it takes to finish the operation, it may create constraints on or our supply chain, said Haynes Mark, spokesman for IKEA. This is a devastating event in a already stressed market where high demand has caused congestion delays that keep import cargo from reaching store shelves in a timely fashion. A subcommittee chairman at the National Customs Brokers and Forwarders Association of America, Richard Roche. The risk to container shipping is greatest in Europe, where key seaports like Antwerp and Belgium, Felixstowe and Britain are grappling with backlogs. The U.S. is exposed on the East and Gulf Coast. About 45% of cargo volume at the Port of New York and New Jersey moves through the Suez Canal. Wow, that's very significant. U.S. companies like Nike and Peloton recently made headlines calling out millions of dollars in shipping delay, related costs, and product availability disruption. So relief checks from President Joe Biden, $1.9 trillion coronavirus stimulus package are expected to boost consumer demand and intensify such pressures. British supply chain procurement partner OCI Limited Group Chief Executive Oliver Chapman said 134 containers of personal protective gear, including gloves and masks, eventually bound for organizations like England National Health Service and New York's Northwell Health are on 9 ships stuck behind the Ever Given. So as you can see, how does this affect us? Apparently, that's the average person right now. I mean, gas prices are going to go up. And also, too, you got to think about, too, supply and demand. And a lot of these companies like IKEA, retailers, they might not have a large amount of shipment coming in, and they rely on the ship coming from Eastern Europe and Asia to go in here and deliver their products. And so this ship could be stuck here for weeks, and I think they working on it to get it unstuck. But at this time, inflation may occur. And it's kind of crazy too. I mean, I would say it's like a blessing a little bit. I mean, at least people, 190 millions of Americans were qualified for the third stimulus check, which is 1.9 trillion COVID relief plan that President Biden signed through the Democrats, based on reconciliation. So it helped a lot of individuals to get over the hump. But for the most part, man, hopefully things will get a little bit better. And yeah, they just gonna resolve this. But that's all I really want to say. I just want to go ahead and just do this news here. I think this is extremely and very important. You guys continue to like, comment, subscribe, share this video. This is your boy Lee Jr. I'm out. Deuces.